What's going on, everybody? Jake the Happy Snake here, and welcome to the series premiere of Mario Kart Jake's Road. In this series, I'm going to be playing various Mario Kart games, starting with Mario Kart 64. There's going to be a new episode of this series released every Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. That is the time slot for this series. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Mario Kart series. I've been playing Mario Kart for about 20 years. My brother first got his copy of Mario Kart 64 in 2001, and he got his N64 in 2002. So I started playing sometime after that, so it's been right around 20 years, which is hard to believe. Like, that's most of my life. I am 27 now, so that's most of my life. That is really hard to believe. But yeah, Mario Kart 64 was the first Mario Kart game that I ever played, and quite possibly the first video game that I ever played. So that is why it is the first game I'm going to be playing in this series. It is the game I'll be playing for Season 1. Every time I switch versions of Mario Kart, that will be the start of a new season. So for Season 1, I'm going to be playing Mario Kart 64. And the first Mario Kart game that I ever owned was Mario Kart DS. I got that just after Christmas in 2009, just before the new decade started. I think it was like, the exact date I think was December 27th? Or December, no, I think I got my first DS in December 27th. I think it was like the 28th or 28th, but it was in between Christmas and New Year's 2009. So I've had that game for over 15 years. That was the first Mario Kart game that I ever owned. And right now, I do own most Mario Kart games. I don't own Mario Kart 64 because my brother always owned it. There was never really much reason for me to own it. I do have it on my Wii U, but I don't have it physically for the N64. Like I said, I never really had much reason to get it. And it's also, I think it's pretty expensive now too. And I don't own Mario Kart Double Dash, although I used to. I used to have a GameCube. I had a ton of GameCube games, and Mario Kart Double Dash was one of those games, but I sold the system along with all my games for that system. And now I have all the other I think I still have, I did have Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, but I never actually owned a Super Nintendo. I had like a portable, it was like a portable game system that, it wasn't made by Nintendo, but it actually, like, it played Super Nintendo games, and it was called a Retro Duo Portable, I think. And so I played Super Mario Kart on that, but I never actually owned a Super Nintendo. I don't even know if I still own my copy of Super Mario Kart. I don't think I got rid of it, but... So, the majority of this series is going to be taking place on the Wii U. I have access to 6 different versions of Mario Kart on my Wii U. I have Mario Kart 8, the original Wii U version, literally in my Wii U right now, and I also own Mario Kart Wii, so I could just put that in my Wii U because the Wii U does play Wii games. And when you can still buy games on the Wii U, I bought Super Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart 64, and then Mario Kart Super Circuit. So I call my Wii U, I call it my Mario Kart machine because I can play 6 different Mario Kart games on this one system. So yeah, the most of this series is going to be on my Wii U, which I'm fine with because ever since the Switch 1 released in 2017, I haven't really had much of a reason to play my Wii U. So I'm honestly kind of happy that I'm now gonna have a reason to actually use my Wii U. So yeah, anyways, Mario Kart 64 is the game that I'm going to be playing for Season 1 of this series. Let's go ahead and get right to it. I know it's weird to play a game with 64 in the title on the Wii U, but I mean, I could play this on an emulator, but it would just be lagging a lot, and this is better. All right, I'm so excited for this. This is one of my favorite games of all time. So, what I'll be doing for this season, I'm gonna be doing one-player game because there's nobody else in my room right now. So yeah, I'll be doing Mario Grand Prix. There are 4 different classes: 50cc, 100cc, 150cc, and extra. This is mirror mode. They call it extra in this game, but it's where all the courses are reversed. So I'll be doing all of these classes at some point, but I'll just be like, I'll start with 50cc and I'll work my way down. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. And here is the character select screen. There are 8 characters to choose from, not like the newer Mario Kart games where there are literally dozens of characters to choose from. In the older Mario Kart games, you can only choose from 8. But in every Mario Kart game, there is a specific character that I like to use, and in this particular version of Mario Kart, I like to use Yoshi. I did like using Peach at one point. I was pretty good with Peach, and then I discovered that I was actually pretty good with Yoshi. And also, I've been playing this version of Mario Kart, I've been playing for 20 years. So I'm gonna say right now that I am pretty good at this game. The only person who can beat me is my brother. He's actually better than I am. There are some glitches that I do know how to do. And these are the 4 cups. In Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if you get the Booster Course Pass, there are 24 cups. In this game, there are 4 cups. But, I mean, they're all pretty good. So, anyways, we're going to be starting with the Mushroom Cup on 50cc. The first race is Luigi Raceway, the first track of the series. Here we go, and 50cc is going to be a little slow for me. I like to play on 150cc. Anyways, let's get that up there, and here we go. Did not get the starting boost, but that's totally fine. Alright. So, got a red shell. In case you don't know, red shells home in on the opponent. They're better to use as offense, in my opinion, and then green shells are better used for defense. If you try to shoot a red shell behind you, it's not going to work. Green shells you can, though, so that's the one advantage that green shells have over red shells. But red shells are generally better than green shells. Speaking of green, Luigi can get out of my face, which is kind of ironic that I say that because my character's also green, but anyways. Alright, we nailed Luigi. Alright. Now, fun fact, you're going to see an item box on this hot air balloon. That item box is always a blue shell. However, I have gotten it very few times in my life. It's very difficult to get, and I mean, if you're in first, you don't really need to get it because it's a blue shell, and blue shells always hit the person first. So, yeah, I haven't really had too much of a reason to actually go for it. But this track was brought back in Mario Kart 7, actually. As of this year, with the release of Mario Kart World, every track in this game has been brought back at least once in a future Mario Kart game, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, Luigi and Peach seem to be my opponents. Never mind, I guess just Luigi is. There we go. Alright. I was actually just playing this game a few days ago with my brother, sister-in-law, and dad. Yeah, my dad plays this game. He's in his late 60s, and he can still play this game. He was playing this game 20 years ago when I was a kid. We would all play together, and he was only in his late 40s then. Yeah, Luigi's just getting owned by my bananas, honestly. Actually, I think it's only the second one, but whatever. Alright, Peach, I'm ready for you. By the way, I am using the Wii U Pro Controller for this. In case anybody cared. A bunch of bananas. In this game, it's 5 bananas. They changed it at some point throughout the series. I don't know which game, because now a bunch of bananas is only 3 bananas. It's triple, but in this game, it's 5 bananas. So it's a pretty good item to get in first. Speaking of first, we got first in the first race of the first episode of this series. So yeah. Now, the way the points work in this game, and this is the way it was in the first 3 Mario Kart games, I believe. I don't think Double Dash was like this, although I could be wrong about that. First place gets 9 points, second place gets 6 points, third place gets 3 points, fourth place gets 1 point, and then anybody who finishes 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th gets 0. So if I was to finish 5th to 8th place, I would have to redo the race. But it's not like that anymore. But anyways, second track of the Mushroom Cup is Moo Moo Farm. This is the original Moo Moo Meadows. Alright. This is the shortest track in the game, and this track is actually really exciting when I play with my brother. I actually, this is one track that I can beat him at, and it's usually pretty intense here, even though it is a short track. Oh, I got somebody with my banana. I don't know who that was. Either Toad or DK, I think. Alright, Luigi. Get out of my face. Yeah, you know what's crazy is that the cows in the background there, is a playable character in Mario Kart World. That's been, like, the joke ever since that was announced. Like, people are like, what? You can play as the cow? And you know what's even more insane about that? You can play as the cow that you see in the background right now, but you can't play as Diddy Kong in that game, and I'll never understand that. I'll never understand why it was a good decision to put the cow as a playable character, but not Diddy Kong. I mean, come on. Anyways. Oh, Luigi. Yeah. What the heck? You shot a banana in front of you and then you literally slipped on it. Luigi's a loser. Alright. Speaking of loser, I don't think DK's having a great race. He's got a star and he's still not... He's got a star, but he's not even gaining on Bowser. That's gotta suck. Anyways, I hit Luigi with that green shell, and that's another first. There we go. Alright, good. Very, very nice. Okay. That's half of the Mushroom Cup done on 50cc. So we're up to 18 points. Peach is up to 9. Luigi and Peach are actually tied. Alright. Cool. Mario, DK, Wario, and Bowser are useless. Anyways, next track is Koopa Troopa Beach. Alright. So, I got the starting boost on that one, which is kind of funny because this is one track that I like to kind of tank a little bit to get a mushroom. It's hard to get a mushroom in first, even though I think I got one in first in the last track. But yeah, getting a mushroom at this track is pretty nice because of this thing right here. This is the shortcut, which I failed to get because I didn't. Yeah, it's easier to get with a. It's easier to get with a mushroom, and I missed. Wow. All right. This item box up here is also. This is like the item box I was talking about. It's always gonna be a blue shell. It's just like the item box at Luigi Raceway. It's always gonna be a blue shell. So if I pass Peach right now and have a blue shell, it's gonna hit myself. So if I do pass Peach, it would be pretty stupid. Although I would be almost invincible. I just wouldn't be able to. And when you hit somebody like that, you don't lose the blue shell. So yeah, I'm just hitting everybody left, right, and center. I probably should have used it because having this in first is kind of stupid. But whatever. Just pass me, Toad. Pass me. Pass me. I dare you. Alright. Let's try it again. I have gotten this without a boost, but it's quite difficult. Yeah. Why is Luigi so far behind? What the heck? Oh, yeah. Alright. Well, I wasn't even paying attention. Did Luigi, like, get stuck or something? Oh, shoot. Wow, that sucks. Okay, no problem. Alright. And he slipped again. Wow, I don't understand how Luigi's doing so bad, but anyways. Alright, final lap. Here we go. I'm in first with a star. I have a lot of... We're all together except for Luigi. There we go. Perfect. Now I can't lose. Unless my controller breaks or something. I did slow down just a tad before I went in the tunnel because I mean look at that third lap. That track. I mean, if you get the shortcut, you're in really good shape. And they made that shortcut a lot less cheap when they brought this track back in Mario Kart 7. They moved the track over to like the right. Look at Luigi's time. I don't understand how he got so far behind. I'm going to watch that back and see because I wasn't even paying attention to that. Anyways, that's 27 points. I'm in the lead by 15 points. I don't see how I could possibly lose. I can't actually lose. So, yeah. I don't think there's any way I can not come first. The final track of the Mushroom Cup is Calamari Desert. It's actually really funny. 75% of the Mushroom Cup in this game was brought back in Mario Kart 7. Luigi Raceway, Koopa Troopa Beach, and Calamari Desert. And this track was also brought back in the Booster Course Pass for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And this sucks. Yeah. Whatever. I don't care. I do know of a glitch here, but I can't do it because I need a star. It's pretty easy to do. Wow, I'm in first with triple mushrooms. That was super lucky. I mean, I got the item when I wasn't in first, but I mean first was right there, so nice. And Luigi's in second. Yeah, he's one of my rivals actually. So how did he do so bad in the last race? I don't know. I really don't. Anyways. Alright. Cool, the train is nowhere to be found. I actually have a funny memory of this track. I was playing one time with my brother and my dad. This was maybe 10 or 11 years ago. I was playing with my brother and my dad on this track, and I shot my brother with a red shell or something, and he hit him into the train tracks, and that's when he was even better than I. Our skill level was quite a bit different. Like, he was way better than me, and I could never beat him. But he, like, right here, actually, it was right at this point. Another ghost, wow. I shot him into the train track, and he couldn't get out, and he was stuck. Like, he was completely screwed. There was no way he was gonna win that race. So I was like, okay, well, I can beat my dad, right? My dad ended up winning that race. So that was, yeah, I consider it to be one of the best races I've ever been a part of. Wow, second place. Don't mind if I do. A lightning. Now I'm in first with a lightning. The items in this game are a little bit wonky. Getting a lightning or a star in first, I mean, that doesn't happen in newer Mario Kart games. Or not in first, but in second. Yeah, did I say second? I might have said, I don't know. Anyways. Wow, there's quite a gap between fourth and fifth. Yoshi is my best character in this game, so... Alright. Oh gosh! That was potentially disastrous. There we go! That is a perfect score. First in all 4 races. Alright, that's a pretty good premiere, I think. Awesome. So 36 points is the most you can get in one cup in this game. So Mario and Wario are the only 2 who got no points. Good job, guys. Good job. Alright, let's see the ceremony. The ceremony is always very exciting. And I think that castle looks familiar to a lot of people who played Super Mario 64. Dude, look at all the balloons. You can see DK there. Good job, Luigi. You still managed to get third, even with that terrible race you had at Koopa Trooper Beach. And there's our gold trophy. So yeah, obviously you get gold if you finish in first, you get silver if you finish in second, and you get bronze if you finish in third. And then if you finish in fourth, like DK did, you're stuck over there by the starting position in Super Mario 64, where you spawn in the castle grounds. So yeah. There we go. So guys, that is going to do it for the first episode of this series. That was a lot of fun. That was seriously a lot of fun. Mario Kart 64 is up there for one of my favorite Mario Kart games, if not one of my favorite video games of all time. So I'm really excited to be starting with this version of Mario Kart. Next week I'm going to be doing the Flower Cup on 50cc. So that is the next episode, next Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Peace out.